This episode of Gameboiz is once again brought to you by Laguna Motors. We make car buying easy. Why waste time with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Come down to beautiful South Orange County and buy from Laguna Motors. Follow us on Instagram at Laguna Motors or visit us at lagunamotorsoc.com. That's lagunamotorsoc.com. George, where you gonna be, son?
December 8th, 7 p.m. at the legendary Ontario Improv.
Ooh, ooh.
I will be there with Jimmy Shin, Brian Matthews, Mike James, Aaron Soto, and a gang of other people to slang fire at your face. Buy tickets at ontario.improv.com. Check out with promo code GEORGE to save some money. And I'll see you there. It's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. I thought that I exhausted all of my options when the last time I was at the Improv, but I haven't, apparently. A bunch of you are getting tickets, so get them now before they run out. This show's probably going to sell out. So you should probably get your tickets as soon as you hear this. I'll wait. Okay, I hope you bought them. Mr. Willie D. Duslim Henderson, what about you? Where can we see you?
I really don't have that much going on through the holiday month. No open mic at the Ontario Improv through the month of December. Last Tuesday is New Year's Eve, and the Tuesday before that is Christmas Eve, and the Tuesday before that was too soon to do it, according to management. So what we're going to do is January 7th and the 28th. We're going to have open mic on both those days. Same thing as before, 5:30 sign up, 6 o'clock start. So bring your hot three that you're working on, or if you want to try to impress somebody, bring your bitches.
Don't do
your
that.
Friends.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't bring people.
Good.
Don't invite people to open mic.
Unless you're confident. Yeah, that's it for now.
That one was fun. Happy December, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gameboiz. I am at the George F., and across from me from this fake-ass wood table is Mr. Duslim Henderson himself, Mr. Willie D.
What up, dog?
Yo.
You don't have to tell them it's fake, dude.
I
They
mean,
would never know if they've seen it. They would never know.
Dude, as soon as you see it, you know.
I mean, as soon as you touch it, but
My house isn't in a fucking glass case or anything.
I will say it's going to make for a great table for D&D on Sunday.
Dude, for sure. This is definitely in theme.
Yeah, 100%. Can we do candlelight? Only candle?
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Only natural lighting, so we
Yeah.
just open the blinds and
Yeah.
fire. I'll put torches up and
I
shit.
say we close the blinds.
No, that's the best part. I want people to see.
I don't like sunlight.
You don't like sunlight?
It's not good for my
You'd
skin.
make the best vampire then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do I like the idea of having to be able to live forever.
Yeah.
But I don't like the idea of being able to go out, not being able to go out during
I
the day.
never consider that when it's a vampire, that they live forever. That's something I always forget about them. I don't know why. Just like one of
That's
those.
because every movie, every vampire is getting fucked up.
That's
None of
true.
them live forever.
That's true. If I play a D&D campaign as a player, I want to play a vampire.
Yeah.
Or a vampire spawn.
You lost all your health. Did it hit me in the heart? No, it didn't. So.
Oh, was it wood? Did it have garlic on it? Go fuck yourself. How about that?
Can you marinate your wooden steak in garlic
All right.
for like
Now that I think about it, that would be really boring for his character. So
then
yes.
no, then you have to make him a daywalker so that he's still vulnerable.
No, he's like a halfie.
Yeah, a daywalker.
You know what I
Blade.
want is a halfling vampire. Like a halfling.
A vampling.
Yeah,
No.
vampling. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to play.
What's your vamphling's name and what's his job?
His name is Sylvester.
Does he go by Sylvester or Sly?
He goes by Tur. Seal. You can call me Seal. Well, I don't know why he's Russian now. Pretty close. They're Transylvania, Russia.
Is that a place?
I don't know.
Is Transylvania the real place?
I think it used to be. At one point, I think it was like part of like the Baltic states somewhere in there.
You hungry? Talking about steaks?
Yeah.
Carlos Patino.
Baltic steaks. Can I be honest? Those gift cards he got, I didn't get any gas. I spent all of it on fast food. Not kidding.
That's funny. Because
that seems more appropriate.
I'm so poor, all of it went to gas.
Yeah.
All
I
of
mean, if I didn't use it on, if I didn't spend, I was going to spend money on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'll just use that for food. That's what I decided.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, I was basically like, you know what? I can definitely still go to the Ice House show because I can afford
Go
it.
for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-item minimum? Sure.
Dude.
Perfect.
Speaking of, oh man, maybe I shouldn't say anything.
Well, I mean, we could talk about comedy gripes because I have a few after.
Oh, I was
going
gonna complain about the club, but as far as the quality of their drinks, but go ahead.
The quality of a drink is important though, so that's fair. That's a fair assessment.
I'm just saying, we got a shake. We bought a shake. It was like $12 or some shit, and it was literally just shredded ice and milk with whipped cream on top.
That's not any fault of the club. That's called a lazy bartender. That's what that is, because you don't really get behind the bar without understanding how things are supposed to taste. And as a bartender, that if you just put milk and ice and whipped cream in there, it's gonna taste like shit.
Yeah, but if that's the way the club tells you to make it, you don't really have a choice.
They probably didn't. Being a bartender is very
if it's on the menu.
They
probably
ran out of ice cream and didn't tell the server. I'm willing to bet the bartender was like, well, just serve it. Like, because
I should have complained. I have a black girlfriend. We could have got away with it.
She could have. She should have.
She could have.
So bartenders need to step their game. But that's common in the industry is people that are lazy behind the bar.
I still blame the club.
as
I don't know. Let's go order another one another time and find out.
I'm gonna. It looked good, dude.
It did look good.
That's why I was like, dude, that's solid presentation there. And it was consistent because they banged out 3 that looked the exact same. So I was like, good for you. But they also all taste like ice. So.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like, if somebody, for where I work, there's no, like, shake on the menu. But if someone orders it, I know how to make a milkshake. Like,
right.
It's pretty easy.
And it was just like, I don't know, for the price, it was just like that. Like,
yeah, it should have been no ice and all ice cream.
And it should have been huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Anyway, go ahead.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
No, it was
your turn.
I was talking about a work ethic thing.
But I love the Ice House. Beside that, beside the $12 shake that was like I could have made at home better. I mean, it was great. I had a great time.
It is. Well, okay, you had a great time. From a craft standpoint, I don't think you should be allowed to go through your notes at the Ice House. Like, I will concede. I don't like notes on stage at a show in general, but that's a personal thing. And so I will concede to everyone that, okay, you want to have your set list on the stool somewhere?
I have
or
a bad memory.
Yeah, but that's fine. Or the pressure, or it's like, I really want to get this set list out. That's okay. You're not going through it like you had a plan. You wrote stuff down before you got to the show. You're like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's what that shows.
Yeah.
But when you go through your notes on stage at the oldest comedy club in the country, that tells me you don't respect the venue and you don't respect the craft, and I fucking hate you. I don't care how funny you are.
They also just don't get it either. I think a lot of them don't understand.
That's on them then.
I think it's on the community.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think if you go into a jiu-jitsu gym and you don't think you're going to get the shit kicked out of you, that's on you.
Right.
So,
but nobody kicks the shit out of people for doing stuff wrong in comedy. They just let them, and then they go, hey, can I get booked? And they go, sure. Because they don't have the balls to be like, nah, I don't really like what you're doing yet.
So you're saying the comedy community in general lacks integrity?
Yeah. 100%. That's a great way to put it. I've been looking for a way to put that, and it's so long, and you just nailed it.
I'm really good at writing for other things. That's not comedy.
It's not important.
Yeah. If you guys want good names,
not going to further your career.
Yeah, you want a superhero name, you want a dumb business name, holla at your boy.
Yeah. You like alliterations?
I love alliteration. Yeah, I'm going to change my last name. It's going to be George Johnson with a G. They're like, dude, you know this doesn't work. Well, fuck you. I already had a logo with 2 G's.
Oh my god, hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then just
But I think
hacks.
Look,
dude, hacks. I don't know what else to say.
I guess I
Hacks.
have to give you the partially yes, it is on the community, but it's if you're going to pursue a craft, it's on you and your upbringing and you as a person to make sure that you know everything. You have to know that you don't know everything, you know?
I mean, that's how we think. But
That's the right way to think.
I agree. I agree with you. That's why we have a podcast together. That's very good and smooth. But most people, I don't think, have that mindset. I think a lot of people are just like, I got this shit. You know, I got this. Like, whatever. I don't need anybody's help.
Yeah. And it's kind of that shoot from the hip cowboy that makes a good entertainer.
Especially certain types of comics.
Yeah. 0.00000000000 if you're coding, right? I think. But it's there for those specific type of comics. Charisma comes so naturally, though, that they can get away with it, and that's part of the reason why no one kicks the shit out of them in the community for doing what they're doing.
Yeah, they rolled really high on their charisma.
Yeah. And so it's like I would imagine most people, because I know I would feel uncomfortable being like, hey man, don't fucking do that. Like, because in his head he was like, I had a great set. You know, they laughed, and then in my head I was like, at nothing.
Yeah.
At nothing of substance.
Right.
You just fucking flash blinky lights at them, and then they reacted. So
yeah, it's like entertaining cats.
that's a great way to put that. Yeah. You just put a fucking light bulb on the ground. It's like,
I use a laser with my dog. He's so stupid.
Golden retrievers are the same way, though.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking adorable.
They're so dumb. Golden retrievers are so dumb. They're like my dog in a big dog's body. It's so fucking retarded. But
yeah, we talked about you don't like fucking Goldens, you psychopath.
Dude, they're just too big. That's all. But
if you had a big house, though, if you had like a compound, would you be down? Is it just because of your?
I don't really give a shit, but Ashley is afraid of big dogs. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't understand when people are afraid of small dogs.
Yeah. I
like when you see those videos of people freaking out and because they got attacked by a fucking
dude
chihuahua.
I'll tell you what, there have been a couple instances like in my apartment complex where like this other lady has these 2 old white dogs that just fucking at everything. And I was like, man, if any of those dogs were to like touch my dog or come at me, I am fucking punting it into the goddamn wall. Like no remorse. Like just
yeah, you're about to have a red splat on the side of this elevator. Are you kidding me?
I will stomp out that fucking dog and make some Mexican clean up the carpet. All right? I don't give a shit.
I'll come back in Tim's, unlace them so I can curb stomp your fucking Pomeranian. Control that shit.
Fuck your little dog.
Well, that's shitty parenting too, though.
Totally.
Like, that's what that is. That's why it makes me angry too.
Oh my god.
Fucking, I don't like it because I keep my dog like I run a tight ship when we're on a leash. Like you're on a short leash, dude. We're not going anywhere. Listen.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, they're fine. They're fine. And yeah, but I will pop your dog like a zit. Are you kidding me? Fucking assholes.
Oh my god.
I'm so angry this morning. I don't know why.
It's because we haven't had a chance to wake the fuck up. Oh my god.
If we don't do this early, though, I don't have time for it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly.
I'm living this busy lifestyle, doing nothing. It's strange.
I know.
Fucking rude.
Yeah, I'm busy being an outstanding citizen as a juror. So.
Juror number 7. That's how I'm gonna introduce you. If I have to introduce you this week,
I'll let you know what number I am if I get called up. I'm not even getting called up, dude. I'm just like chilling.
I don't know if you're supposed to tell me what number you are, right? I don't think you can tell me anything.
Probably not.
So I'm going to be allegedly juror number 7.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're going to be the 12th angry man. That's what's going to happen.
I hope so. I hope I'm like the last person and they're just like, I mean, I guess we kind of have to take him.
All right. So. Put the cop up.
Yeah.
You should walk in aviators next time just to see what happens.
No sunglasses, no hats, no tank tops. All right, dude.
What about masks? Like,
or a Guy Fawkes mask?
ooh.
How creepy would that be?
They ask you a question and you remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I don't know that line. God damn it, dude.
I know, right?
Fucking gardeners out here. Look, I understand you're doing your job, but I'm trying to do my thing for free.
Yeah,
so.
can you please give us some space?
There's so much going on right now. There's so much noise. Because we need an office to, like, insulate the space.
Yeah.
And really seclude it. Because it takes the listeners out of the listening, I was going to say viewing experience.
When we get an office, we can work on getting video cameras set up.
Yeah, I agree. So, Gameboiz making moves. Guys, follow us now on twitch.tv/GameboizPodcast.
Because eventually it'll be up and running.
Eventually. I think this guy's, like, leaf blowing the tree.
Just blowing the leaves out of the tree.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
What if he's climbing the tree? He's just up there blowing the leaves down. Holy
Boss
shit.
said I gotta shake some of them loose.
Oh, man. We need more white. I don't know why we're giving him a southern accent. Like, we're not in Southern California.
This could be an international show. Dude, we had people listening from, like, what was it? Like, Morocco. We had someone.
They're bots.
So? So? Podbean doesn't distinguish. If it's got an IP address, it's got to listen.
All right, if we start seeing an influx of listeners from India, don't be alarmed.
Russia. We get Russians.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man.
You know where we don't get a lot of views from is where we're from.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck them. What assholes.
Yeah. We could talk shit about our families and they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I have maybe
That's
2
fine.
listeners from, like, most of it's from, obviously, California.
Yeah.
But the least, like, occasionally it'll pop up, like, Michigan, Hawaii. But a lot of times they just stay white.
I think most people in Michigan don't know about podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Michigan's a weird spot.
They're fucking dumb, dude.
Dude, let's do comedy there. Would that be fun?
I mean, that's where I started. There's funny people in Michigan. It's got a pretty good scene.
Does
to be honest with you, yeah, it's just really spread out. And
small scenes are where it's at.
Yeah,
for sure. Cool. All right,
yeah.
we got a headline club at your spot.
I mean, if we were to go to Michigan, we could definitely get on shows and stuff. So
I want to work on a show in Hawaii. Obviously, we don't have the headliner name, but, like, if I go out, you should totally come up, and then
I'll hit up Joe Coy.
We'll do a weekend. No, I'm not even joking. Like, we can. I know we're gonna. All right, I'll tell you off the podcast.
I'm so excited
because I don't know if I can actually tell people. Alrighty. We were gonna talk about stuff, dude. Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Tell me about it because I want to buy it, but due to my certain circumstances, I can't. So.
Well,
am I missing out?
I bought it. I mean, if you like Call of Duty, you're gonna like this game.
Which I do.
So yeah. In that case, yeah, you're missing out. I bought it because my friend was annoying me, and it was on sale for Black Friday for like $40. So I thought that was a good deal.
I have a favorite Black Friday joke that's like,
oh God.
Have you seen Zach and Miri make a porno?
Yeah.
Where the guy, it's in the beginning. He walks up to I think Craig Robinson in the at the coffee shop, and he's like, "Hey, can I get a like Craig's talking to his friend, and who's already clearly got his coffee, and the guy behind him goes, "Can I get a coffee, black?" And then he goes, "Can't you see we talking white?" Fucking better than anything I'm ever gonna write, but that's my favorite. All right, Aaron, if you're listening to this, that's my favorite moment in cinema history. He's like, "Can I get a coffee, black?" He's like, "Can't you see we talking white?" Like, dude, I quote that at work all the time, and people are like, "What?" It's so funny.
Oh my God. And seeing Craig Robinson, like thinking about Craig Robinson say that's so funny, man.
Oh, I'm gonna just watch that
He's
scene
so
later.
Funny.
Yeah. It's
That's
great.
a great movie, dude.
It
People
is.
don't talk about that movie.
It is. It came out a while
because
ago.
it's graphic and the
Yeah.
the content, but god damn it, it's funny, man.
So good.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So, yeah, Modern Warfare is great. It's fast paced. It's still just as frustrating as it was before. I still get really mad.
What's Call of Duty without frustration?
Yeah, I still just mostly get killed from behind, which is the most annoying shit in the world. But I'm having fun with it. There's a lot of guns. There's a lot of different like they've changed up like perks and like stuff. Like you can have like your class perks, and then you can add perks to your guns like as you level them up, kind of thing. And like you get like different sights as you level them up and all this different shit. So you can customize, like you have different skins for like doing different shit, like hip fire kills, headshots. They give you different skins. Like I'm using a dragon skin right now, bro.
Nice.
It's like dragon scales. It's all colorful. It's fucking cool. One of the coolest features in my opinion in the multiplayer, like as you're starting the round, instead of just like dropping you in and the countdown starts, it like depending on the map, it'll like fly you in on a helicopter.
Cool.
And you get out, and then it starts to count down, or like you'll drive in on a truck, and like everybody, like all your teammates will be with you. You get to see all their guns modded out and shit. So like that's
they show the mods.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that's a cool little. It's just like it's not even like a cinematic. It's just like right before the countdown starts for the game. It's just like a little like visual.
That's dope.
So it's not just like you're fucking in the game now.
Yeah.
It's like
we shipped you in.
Yeah, it's like something that's actually happening, even though it's just. But yeah, I mean it's classic COD. And there's no way.
My
friend was like,
are they futuristic?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what modern is, but it seems like
standard AR, MP5.
Yeah, stuff like the
Uzis.
guns are fairly modern. There's some shit where I'm like, I don't know if this is real. Some shotguns that are just like, I don't. It's fucking absurd.
This is called a rocket launcher. Yeah. You guys mislabeled this.
They do like kill streaks. The kill streaks it makes sense. It's not like anything absurd.
357 or
it varies.
Oh.
It varies from 3 to like 11.
Okay.
You know.
Like, are they still doing like it on a point system, or is it kills?
Kills.
That's preferred.
And kill streak kills don't count toward kill streaks.
Right.
So you can't just like use a precision airstrike to get to the next thing.
Can we talk about though how amazing it was sometimes?
It was so fun
to even just be in a lobby where someone's like, "Cool, I got the AC-130. Y'all about to get nuked."
Yeah.
Like all you had to do is get to 12,
or the actual nuke. Remember in Modern Warfare 2 where people had 25 kills in a row? I got to 24 one time and I died. I wanted to fucking blow my brains out.
I got to 21. I could never get past 21. I'm too impatient, I think.
Yeah.
But I loved like just being in that lobby going, dude, we were playing for 2 minutes. Like
how did you do that?
I want that kind of Call of Duty confidence where you go, oh, this is my map. You are fucked.
Yeah. And
brat, brat, brat.
And the game hasn't even been out that long, but I go into it and I'm like, okay, where do I I'm dead. But considering that, like my KD ratio is like 0.93 right now. So considering like I'm new to the game and everybody else has been playing for however like a month or whatever the fuck, like I think I'm doing all right.
You gotta play while everyone's at school.
I think I'm doing all right. Yeah. When I get on at night, I get fucked up, dude.
When those kids are done with their homework or they're procrastinating, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
One more game. I gotta win one more.
I just have to win one time.
Yeah. They have different game modes. They have a 2v2 game mode that was kind of like that Fortnite thing that we were playing that one time, where they like give you a loadout.
Like a gun game.
Yeah. Well, they have gun game, like the actual
they have a gun game. Yeah.
That's like the switching of the guns every time you get a kill. But the 2v2 is like arena, and they're doing tournaments in that style too.
Nice.
So yeah,
maybe we can make some money.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how that works. I would also still like to see like squad, like 4-person.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like
They have a
Titanfall had pilots versus pilots, and that was the most intense mode, which is weird because they had robots. So
yeah. So they also have a big like they call it ground war, where it's basically like domination but with
like
5
50
points
people.
in like like a lot more people. So that one's a little too hectic though. Every time I go in there, I get killed so fast.
Yeah.
I don't get any kills.
Ground War and Modern Warfare 2, I want to say, maybe even Modern Warfare, was dope as fuck. That was the perfect ground war.
That was just large scale. Like they would switch between team deathmatch and domination. in
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. And only the big maps were in cycle. So you never played with 30 people on fucking Rust or something.
Right,
you know?
right.
So that was dope. I remember that.
They are bringing back, I heard, do you remember the shipment map? They're going to bring that back for this game.
Dude, I played a lot of 1v1 snipers at Shipment.
Really?
A lot.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. I played it a lot. A lot of hip fire kills, but then a lot of dudes where I'm like, all right, you're cheating. Fuck you.
You just on that map, I just take a shotgun. I don't even aim down the sights. It's all from the hip, dude. Just
shotguns and MP5s are ready to go.
Or a P90.
Yeah. Well, so you run. If you stay on Shipment though, if you stay in a corner, you can get away with just mowing people down with a LMG. Pop, 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 because they got to reload.
Fucking guy.
Yup. It's great. Fuck! I might have just talked myself into buying it.
You should. I mean, it's gonna be pricey now, but I mean, I told you about the sale.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's whatever.
Because everyone's already bought it, and then it's holidays, so maybe there's gonna be like a Modern Warfare bundle where I can get a shirt with it.
Oh.
Or a hat.
Oh.
That'd be cool. I'm down for extras.
Yeah.
So
it's also they also do like so there's the campaign, and when you play the campaign, you get shit for multiplayer.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, here's an incentive to actually play the campaign, people.
Yeah, here, play our 12-hour game.
I never needed incentive. I was always like, well, I'm gonna see the like I bought the game, I'm gonna check out all the options. So I always played the campaign. I'm only a little bit into it. It's good. I mean, it's a Call of Duty campaign.
Yeah. Is there like a end of the game time trial thing, like how Modern Warfare had the airplane at the very end? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where the last level after you've already beat the game, you drop into a 747 that's in flight, and then you got to go down from towards the pilot side and do it, and then it was a time trial after that.
I remember that.
Is there that at the end of this game?
I don't know. I haven't finished.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind then.
I've played mostly multiplayer.
There's
a co-op mode too.
There's a Call of Duty game and a Rainbow Six game that I never touched the campaign.
Really?
The whole time I played it. Yeah.
That's understandable though. I mean, there's enough shit to do online, so.
That's my favorite control scheme, I think, for FPS is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Yeah. It's straightforward. I always thought like Halo was a little complicated, especially with your black and white buttons where you were switching grenades. I get it tactically, but I don't know. It was just
Call of Duty has it figured out.
It's straightforward.
Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to do it. Battlefield's pretty good too, but I think it's got too much going on for me as well.
Yeah, it's just a different game.
Yeah, and it feels weighty. I like that almost Doom feeling of strafing.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Like I find myself playing and just like fucking just amped all the time. Just
my hands get so sweaty.
Yeah, just
so sweaty.
Redlining myself. So
that's why I'm glad you gave me those rubber condoms for the controller.
They're great, right?
Yeah. It also helps me dictate which one's charged and which one's not.
Yeah, right. They were cheap too.
Where'd you get them from?
Amazon.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I got a whole pack of them. There was like 5 of them.
Yeah. I don't even have 5 controllers. Why would they give you that number?
I think there might have been 4 actually, because I gave one to Alec and I gave one to you.
No, you gave me 2.
Oh, did I?
So yeah.
Oh, so I gave you the other
5.
2. I don't even know. I might not have given Alec one. No. I don't even know.
Sorry,
Alec.
We forgot.
I think what colors did I give you?
Purple and red.
Oh yeah, I thought I gave the purple one to Alec.
Oh.
But he doesn't like grape stuff, so. Anyway, should we get into gaming news?
Yes. Feed me.
Okay, my first thing. So I went to GameStop when I got the Modern Warfare, obviously, because that's where I buy all my games pretty much. And
are you a member, Pro?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
This is actually what I was going to talk about. So I had to renew my membership, which is fine. Like it's like $15 for the year. And that comes with a subscription to Game Informer. And it's been the print edition. But with the $15 plan, now they're switching to digital. And I was like, I kind of hated that. But for like an extra $5, I think, or something, you could get the print. But I was like, for $5, like, I don't know. Maybe. I guess it's probably worth it in the long run.
No.
But it's like, I don't really read them anymore, to be honest with you. I'd probably more likely to read it if I have it on my iPad.
I don't know. I like magazines.
I do too, but I get them and then I put them somewhere and I never grab them and read them. So
I'll go through them one time for sure.
But I like the aesthetic of magazines like stacked up or like standing up side by side, and it's like all numbered. You have them all. Like I love that,
especially when they have the year planned out and like at the end of the year it's an image.
It's an image.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's super dope.
So I'm kind of whatever about it, but I would rather just give me the fucking paper.
Yeah,
dude.
that's them lowering overhead costs and still taking the same amount of money from you. That's giving you less of a product.
Yeah.
For the same amount, which is rude.
Which, like, if I was to buy more games, the pro membership would probably be more worth it because you get more in return. You know, you get more coupons and stuff, but it's whatever, dude. I still want I might upgrade my subscription. I don't fucking know how.
That's how they get money from you, though.
You're right. You're totally right.
They're just talking you into the same product for more money. That's kind of why I'm on the fence about like destroying my Netflix account.
Oh, I canceled my Netflix.
Yeah.
I have until the 23rd to catch up on shit. So I'm watching Peaky Blinders, and I'm on like the third. I watched 3 episodes. I finished the third one last night, and my girlfriend was like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Peaky Blinders." She's like, "I thought we were gonna watch it together." I'm like, "You haven't watched any of it. There's 6 seasons. We have less than a month to watch it. Like, I'm gonna watch. Like, I'm just gonna catch up on this. Like, I told you to watch it a long time ago. You didn't. That's not my fault."
It's like, sit the fuck down. We got 6 weeks. Go.
Like, I'm not gonna sit through the whole series. Like, we have other things to do too. So fucking.
What are you guys watching?
Mandalorian.
Dope.
For one. But I don't know. We don't really have that much time.
Yeah.
Together anymore. So it's always
Between
on
work,
comedy,
school.
She has school. So yeah,
fucking adulting.
Yeah. Right.
I hate it because I want to play more games.
I know. Fuck, dude.
Like Mandalorian kind of scratches my RPG build your armor itch a little. So it's cool.
That's why I play D&D.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing that. I keep forgetting. I got to put that in a calendar somewhere.
Yeah, you should. Don't forget. I made maps.
Is that that GameStop membership worth it? What's the perks? Like you get discounts?
You earn like double points when you purchase stuff, and then when you earn so many points, you get coupons back. And games cost less usually. Like pre-owned games will be like a few dollars less. A lot of times they'll do like buy 2 get 1 free if you're a pro member on used games kind of thing.
Nice.
So yeah, like I said, if you're willing to like dish out money for games and stuff, then yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this sounds like if you're buying 1-2 games a month, it's to your benefit to spend that extra 15.
But like most of the games I haven't even finished. So like I still haven't finished God of War.
That's not entirely your fault though. It's like at this point there's a video game cycle that you need to keep up with if you want to stay updated, and you just don't have the time to finish and put into all the games that you want that you do.
But I also feel like getting to like level 100 on Red Dead, which is just so unnecessary. Realistically, like I don't need to push for that, but it's so good, man. The online is fucking so good.
Yeah, and it doesn't get stale either. How long has Red Dead been out now? Like
only a little over a year.
Which is, I mean, realistically, if they came out with another Red Dead or like a 1.5, people would buy it at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
So,
dude, you know what crossed my mind the other day is like for Red Dead 3 to go back further, like when Arthur and Dutch like met, maybe.
That'd be dope.
And then like end it with the Blackwater heist.
Yeah. I always wanted.
I want to know.
I want to know more.
Yeah. Like they give you like a little bit of detail, but it's like I don't.
Yeah, it'd be cool if like they were in rival posses.
I don't think that's what happened though.
No, but if like separately, like they never ran into each other as like rival posses. Like maybe Dutch was running his own thing, and then Arthur was running his own thing.
But Arthur was really young when Dutch took him on.
Right, like John, right? He was supposed to be like, or was he kid young?
I think he was kid young. Like young.
Okay, Arthur's grandpa.
Like 10, maybe less, in my opinion.
Arthur's grandpa ran the posse that Dutch was in, and then
Dutch killed him.
And then killed him or died, and that's why
and
Dutch
they found
feels so
Arthur.
responsible.
found Arthur amongst the wreckage.
I would want this game so bad if they weren't already they didn't already announce their fucking medieval times open world Rockstar game.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm so in.
Dude, it's amazing how like Rockstar does like they did like Bully and then Grand Theft Auto, but then they do these amazing period pieces like Red Dead and then this medieval one and
like Grand Theft Auto's always been a period piece too.
Yeah, kind of.
So
yeah.
It's
Good
been
point.
dope.
Yeah. And it's always like an exaggeration of that period, which is really in their way. It's very interesting. Like, I don't know, they're so unique. I fucking love Rockstar, man.
They're like, this is the Old West, but in the movies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
I want in this new medieval game to be able to ride on my horse down the street and then fucking lance someone off of their horse as they come the other way.
I mean, I'm sure that, but
I also want them to be able to lance me. Like, I want it to initiate
a timing thing.
I want them to initiate some kind of jousting thing.
Sequence.
Yeah, and now we're in it. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Just an impromptu jousting
match. Yeah, even if it's with an NPC where I win 100% of the time, I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah. Well, they surely they do like tournaments.
Oh yeah. You say it like you're a fucking squash. Surely they do tournaments.
Surely they do tournaments, master. I will look into it. I will inquire with the lady.
When we're done smelting bedpans. It's always a blacksmith too. Because there's gonna be jobs too, right? In this game. It's gonna be great.
What are you gonna be a blacksmith? You gonna be that dude?
No. I imagine to make this game fun, I want to start as like a squire.
Carpenter.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus. I want, at the very end, as long as my armor can have a cape, I'm down.
I would love it if they tied just a little bit of magic. Just a little bit of magic into it.
Like, like where? Like dragon magic?
Like, no, not that vast. Just like a fucking witch. Just like as a boss or something. And she's not really a witch, but she does some fucking like, Rockstar. They're fucking, they with Red Dead, they did some shit that was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you ever come across the little dude that you had to like chase?
No.
He was like part of like a circus or some shit. and you had to like go find him because he like ran away or something. And so you have to like chase him. He just drops smoke bombs and then he appears like over.
I do.
You did that one?
I remember that.
Okay, yeah. That shit was weird. Fucking weird. Yeah. So like they can do weird shit like that.
That's true.
Make it.
That's true. Only Rockstar.
Yeah. They have a very unique style, and they developed it over their like period of 20 years or whatever.
I feel like they're very open in their writer's room when they come up with ideas. And they don't necessarily say no to anything. They're like, okay, dude, great idea, Susan. We'll put it on the board.
Some of their ideas are fucking wild. Like some of the shit that they put in their games, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like,
and there's little things that aren't even there for anything. There's like no reason. Yeah. Because I follow I think I told you this, a Red Dead Mysteries subreddit, and they constantly finding like letters that are connected to someone. Like one house has like the dad, this is where he cheated on his wife, and then the next house is where they killed themselves, like some dark shit. And then they'll find like at this time, every time the eyes glow in this area, what's going on? It's for nothing. There's no reason. It's like the world is alive. It's crazy.
Dude, I just can't understand. I just don't get how they do it. I don't understand how you think of everything.
And then some. Not even everything.
Yeah, true.
You're putting in extra credit on some shit.
They go hard, man.
They should, though. And
I appreciate those 120 plus hour work weeks that they work 3 weeks before the game comes out. Like, Jesus Christ.
When they released the Sonic trailer and they were like, fuck, now we have to redo it. I just felt bad for everyone that was like, we fucking told you. Like no way the artists were like, yeah, this is a good idea. They're very clearly a production, like a producer went, no, this needs to look more realistic. He needs teeth. And they were probably went, this looks dumb. He's like, they're going to like it. And then he made him we all got mad. And they're like, okay, redo it. Now you have
Now,
120 people doing 2 weeks of work that should have taken a year.
Now we all have to go see that movie.
That's, yeah.
You know?
And now the Super Smash Brothers universe needs to exist for real.
Well,
For real.
unfortunately, it's probably going to be set back because you had to fucking redo Sonic.
Yeah, that's okay, though. But now we can, dude, how come?
I wonder how much money it cost. 14 million?
I bet it didn't cost the studio anything. I bet I bet it cost the company some money, but I bet the contract was fulfilled, kind of thing, or possibly wasn't fulfilled.
$5 million it cost.
That's nothing. That didn't cost anyone.
Oh,
anything.
Really?
Think about it. Think about it.
$5
$5 million. How many artists do you have on there? You pay every artist an 8-hour day. They're not making minimum wage. They're making what, $22, $27 an hour?
Oh, at least. Probably more.
And we're
definitely more.
We're talking
definitely
hundreds of artists, renderers, time. We're like $5 million for a company that size is nothing. That's basically free.
Whatever, dude. It's still $5 million.
For us, that's something. For a movie studio that had the money to buy the rights to Sonic, the motion picture recreation of Sonic, $5 million is nothing. Nothing. So those artists probably made nothing.
Yeah.
And that's why I felt bad. You're making them do a month of work.
No, they made great money. They got overtime pay. They got holiday pay, I'm sure. They fucking just tacked it on. They're like, you can go to the premiere, like, whatever, dude.
What sucks is the movie looks like it's still going to suck.
Yeah, of course. If they don't do it like they did Pikachu, Detective Pikachu was fucking
dope.
Awesome.
Yeah. I like that's how you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Is like just drop us in the world. I don't need explanations. You don't have to tell me.
I already don't like the story to Sonic.
Yeah.
Where he like comes in and he has to meet this guy and now they're buddies. It's like fuck that
I'm
shit.
an alien
dude.
from my planet.
Fuck that.
No, Sonic just lives there.
Why
just give me that.
Yeah, why doesn't he just be on his planet?
Yeah.
And then I just
no explanation. So that's unfortunate. That
I mean, I'm sure they'll explain it in the movie.
It's going to be some fucking ham-fisted bullshit, though. I ran so fast I ripped a portal, and here I am. Dude, if that's it, I'm going to be fucking mad.
Oh, dude, if you just fucking spoiler the whole fucking movie.
No, I really want a Smash Brothers universe because Marvel's already created it. I know what I'm getting from it. I want something new, and I think Super Smash Brothers is it. We have a Pikachu.
Is there a story to Super Smash Brothers?
We have a Sonic. I mean, there wasn't necessarily a story for a lot of the Avengers when it started. It just so happened like that was the properties they had, and like 2 movies in, they're like, oh wait, we can do this.
But they all have the same goal.
To beat the bad guy?
Yeah, to save the world.
Okay, then we make.
What's the goal for the Smash Brothers?
Well, the bad guy's the fucking hand, and if it's a tournament, they can
the
still
hand.
battle. Yeah, the fucking the glove hand.
I'm out.
I don't even remember what it's called. If you guys remember, I think it's just the hand. No, it's got to be the glove. It's like the Mickey Mouse hand, the fucking cursor that you use to choose things, and he can shoot rockets at you. It's not necessarily fair either. But it was fun, and I kicked the shit out. All I'm saying is I want a Zelda game. Okay, I want Rockstar to make a Zelda game. There, that's what I want. That'd be dope. If you could play as Link.
How come there's not a Zelda movie?
I don't know. That's what I was getting to. It's like I want a Smash Bros. Universe because there hasn't been a Zelda movie, and I want a Legend of Zelda movie. That'd be great.
Yeah, they should just do just the Legend of Zelda. Yeah, because they need to do all of them first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there's so many movies, dude. If you're gonna do all the Smash Bros. Characters,
you only need 3. You only need a tripod so that you can build the other characters onto. And so you have Pikachu. Everyone knows who Pikachu is. You have Sonic. That's a generational one. Mm-hmm. And then you get Link. So everyone knows you have those 3, and then in those movies you bring your side characters, your quote unquote, your Black Widows, your Falcons, your Hulk and stuff, and then you can have the whole roster.
What was the pink guy? Kirby.
Wasn't
Wasn't there a Kirby movie?
Though.
I feel like there was.
I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like I would have known. That sounds like a terrible movie, and I'm fucking great at
I
terrible
agree.
movies. Link
Let's
is good.
see.
They can live action Ocarina of Time. Just that. And that'd be a great fucking movie. You have multiple environments, multiple objectives. It's an origin story. You meet young Link. He gets the Deku shield, and then he gets the shield of Hyrule. Like, there's progression in the story on its own. There's boss fights that are cinematic. That's a movie. You can make that into a trilogy. You have the first. You can start with young Link in fucking his little town. You give him a face that there was a Kirby movie.
Not only was there an animated movie, there's a movie coming out spring 2020. Are you ready to see the animation?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be mad.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
Really?
No, what the fuck? This is clearly being trolled. That's Sonic's face. That is Sonic's face on a pink puff.
I don't. Maybe it's fake. I don't know.
You are being trolled right now.
You think
That
so?
is- yes, 100%. Pull that shit up, Jamie. Let me see.
I don't know, man. I
No,
think it's.
no,
I
no.
think it's real.
No, I think someone's. So I'm not the only one on this hype train of Smash Brothers, but I think I'm the only one that's talking out loud for it because no one else. Like a game with Ness. Ness would be great. Ness is a psychokinetic character. You can make him depressed. In fact, you can make Ness this sad Holmes kid that stays at school, just plays baseball, but wants to play with the other kids, and then gets so dark and depressed that he manifests this power, and he gets PK Thunder, and that's how he saves the world. Like, fucking mental illness is in right now. That can happen.
Sorry,
God
I
damn it.
didn't listen to anything.
Did you ever play
that
Ness
you
from
just said.
the original Super Smash Brothers? He's a
No.
character from an NES. That's why his name
I
is
never
Ness.
played Smash Brothers because it was too hectic and it gave me a headache.
Yeah, because there's a lot going on in there. There's so much. You can have a Pokemon train. I guess if you had a Smash Brothers game, it would be like the Ready Player One of video games because you'd have so much property licenses that you'd need. You'd have to get Pokemon. You can't have you need those items and stuff, and those are from like different games. Like,
dude, how crazy would a Smash Brothers VR game be?
that would be amazing.
Like
I don't know if you
first person.
could you would have to play it on a single thing,
What do you mean?
a level, because
Why?
to play like a good Smash Brothers game, you need that far out perspective so you know where all the levels to the game are necessarily. So it'd be hard to
just
play
changes
in
the
VR.
game.
And then it's not Smash Brothers.
I guess.
Like you lose the essence of the game when you put it into VR.
What if you just had like a mini map of the side view of where you are?
Maybe.
Think about how intense like doing your attacks would be. Pew!
Maybe.
Falling off the side.
What? Okay.
Ah!
I don't know if we've already talked about this. I'm sure we have at some point because we do a lot. But how come there's no fucking Harry Potter VR game? There's no game.
There
where,
should be one for the PlayStation with
Yeah,
the Move
at the
controllers.
very least.
100%.
You know,
I don't
and,
know. That's a good point.
and maybe even have a. I'm a big fan of canon games, but not main characters, and I get why it doesn't happen because it's hard to sell to people if they don't recognize the character.
But if you could make your own wizard game,
That's what I'm saying. I think I would love to play an horror game where you're just a fucking wizard cop, and you're taking out dark wizards.
I think you gotta. I think you start it in the school, and then you choose your profession.
Ooh.
Make it open world. We've talked about this before, but
Have we?
not in a VR sense, but just in a.
Yeah, because after going through the Void, which if you guys haven't done it and you're listening to this, I recommend the Void. I think there's one in Anaheim. You're basically strapping on an Oculus. I think it's the Rift because the Quest is a standalone one, but this one at the Void is like a backpack PC.
I'd be so nervous.
is
Like,
why-
what if I drop it? It's like a
well, they strap you in.
$7,000
They strap you
computer.
in first, and they make sure all your straps are tight.
Nice.
So it's cool because it is a little weighty, but once you, especially if you do a stormtrooper one,
It
it
makes
feels
sense.
weighty, and you're like, oh, this is armor, fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oculus Rift, fucking.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that's that's the way to go. For a game like Harry, a third person or even a first person Harry Potter would be cool, but just the the lore and the mechanics of the Move controllers and the Oculus, and because for the Rift, the Avengers one, you just extend your hands, like you don't have to hold anything. So
Right.
it'd be cool if they're like, yeah, bring your own wand, and now you can have your own wand. You code it in, you fucking slide your card or something, and oh, now your wizard's there, and now let's go fight some bad guys. Like,
Yeah.
I want that. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
That sounds fun.
Does anyone have that? Can I come over? Like,
I would still love a Harry Potter game, like just like third person, like a normal game. I would buy it if it was like, I don't know.
I played the one on PlayStation.
Like the wizard. I did too. And I would rather it be. The problem with those games is that they were like, okay, we're gonna follow the story of the books and whatnot, but also here's some side shit, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to. It's either give me the story, give me a Telltale game, or give me a unique game.
right.
Don't fall
let
in the
me
middle.
do it. Let me
Yeah.
build my own.
Yeah, and I could fuck with a third person Harry Potter game with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fucking hell yeah, dude.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Especially if like you could only do one game at a time. You can have multiple saves, so that every time you play and you answer questions, you have to play as a Ravenclaw or you have to play as a Hufflepuff, because then you got to replay it 4 times.
Yeah,
Hands down.
that's the way to do it. Definitely the way to do it is to like have you go like make your person have a personality, make a character. And then you
Or-
get sorted. You go through school. It doesn't take that long, and then you become a professional.
How long are they in school for? It's just
7 years.
7 years, and then you can work there basically. It's like
Pretty
you were here,
much.
now you can work here.
Most of them don't though.
No, they go to like
most
the
of
ministry.
most
and
of
stuff,
them
right?
go. Yeah, they go get jobs, and then they would come back to be a professor usually. Would be
Oh
the
yeah, because
case.
you got to go like fight werewolves and shit.
Yeah, you got to go prove yourself that you have the knowledge. Unlike Professor Gilderoy Lockhart, who's a fucking liar. So
That was a plot twist when I was reading the books. I was like, what?
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Those books are so good.
They really were.
So good. They still are if you read them. It's interesting if you read them from beginning, like episode 1 of the thing, Star Wars, book 1 to like book 7, how like it reads differently as it progresses.
Yeah.
Like it gets darker and it gets more like, because if you're reading it when you grew up, you start like at 11 years old, you kind of grow up with them, and like the books develop for children too. Like it's a great series for kids to read as they grow up, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's like a coming of age. It's written in a way that's readable, and it's in a different dialect, so it makes you like think about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
especially for American kids, I think is good. Be like, what's a mum?
How do you say Hermione?
Hermione.
Hermione?
And
they didn't really tell you how to pronounce that till like book 2, right?
I don't know. That's
You're
a good
kind of just
question.
walking through it going,
I don't think they ever did in the books.
There is a phonetic, like there is a very small excerpt that I was like, oh, that's how you say that? I've been saying it wrong this whole
I'm
time.
trying to remember, but yeah.
It's pretty late, but it's like, hey, what the fuck?
Once she realized that the series was going to take off, she's probably, I should probably flesh out these characters.
I didn't understand why they felt the need to change sorcerer to from philosopher. You know, in the UK it's the philosopher's stone,
Yeah.
and then here it's the sorcerer's stone. It's like I don't need that.
Because alliteration, George. You should appreciate that. It sounds better.
But it's not something now. It almost
It sounds better, but the philosopher's stone makes more sense because it's actually a thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying,
It's
like,
like-
I knew what the Philosopher's Stone was. I
Yeah.
knew who Nicholas Flamel was.
Yeah.
So when I heard
That's
the
a real story,
Philosopher's-
huh?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's alchemy. Like,
Yeah.
it's a story of alchemy, and it's not... Yeah, Americans are stupid, but, like, even if they're stupid, if you stuck with the Philosopher's Stone and then you went through the story and then they Googled Nicholas Flamel, then they're like, oh, shit, that's real? That's cool.
Yeah.
Now you have the Sorcerer's Stone with a real guy that, like, those two don't connect. It doesn't make any sense.
Now, in the books, did they change? They call it Sorcerer's Stone in ours, right?
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But it's in the other one. It's the Philosopher's
Mhm.
Stone.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the print.
They Control F'd, hit philosopher, and then changed everything to sorcerer.
Yeah. I love that.
It's fucking dumb.
It does sound cooler though.
Sorcerer
So, Sorcerer's Stone.
It sounds cooler, but he's like, they never go Nicholas Flamel the sorcerer. Like it.
They don't call him a philosopher either.
But
He's an alchemist. It should be alchemist stone.
The alchemy stone. No, alchemy was the practice. He was a philosopher. That's how he discovered the whole story of the elixir of life and all that shit. Like, that's a thing.
Right.
And they ruin it because they're like, well, Americans are dumb. And they're not wrong, which is what upsets me.
I know. It's so true.
Like, I say this all the time. It hurts my soul. I'm stupid, and there's people that are stupider than me.
It's amazing, right?
And sometimes they have responsibilities.
Yeah, like
they shouldn't.
like jury duty. It's fucking amazing.
Juror number 7. Dude, I can't believe you're having such a great time with it.
It's so fun. It's so entertaining.
Do you want to share it with the listeners while I go pee? What you can,
sure.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Why
know.
are you
I don't
enjoying
even
it? So what aspect of jury duty are you enjoying the most?
I've never been in a courtroom during a court case, so I find that very interesting. I like to see how everybody interacts with everybody, like the judge, how they interact with the attorneys. And it's also interesting to see the psychological warfare between attorneys, judges, the other jurors. They're just like, also people are funny trying to get their way out of jury duty. They just say anything they can to get out. But then there's people that clearly have a reason to be out, and then they don't choose to be out. Anyway, yeah, people are entertaining because they're dumb. The attorneys are so smart that they make the people think that they're the same as them. But yeah. Plus, I don't have to go to work. That's a good part, too. I don't like going to work. Anyway, I was just saying how the judge and the attorneys are so much smarter than the jurors and stuff, but they're really good at making them not feel that way.
I'm not good at that at all.
Me neither.
I can't hide it if you make... I shouldn't be in the service industry because if you're dumb, I just can't hide it.
I just
can't help it.
I can't. Yeah, I agree. It's very difficult. But yeah, no, it's good to. I like.
Is there
the psychological games?
Is there something about it that you're like, oh, I never thought about it? Like something as a juror that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that was a thing here. Like, you know, is there something that kind of sticks out? Maybe the entire interview process.
Just the amount of people, like the jurors. There's so many. When I first got there, I was in this big room with probably like 150 people. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm going to be here all day. And then they break you into smaller groups. And then from there, it's like, all right, does anybody fall under financial hardship? Like, because the case that I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. Because it's gonna take a while, so it's like, all right, if you're gonna
afford to miss work?
Can you miss work for 2.5 weeks?
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah,
and
like this dude hit some little girl with a Hummer. How much time do you have?
I probably could have been like, yeah, like being out of work for a couple of weeks would be pretty hard. But like, I know, like I have a credit card, I have my dad.
But
like,
you wanted to be there. You're
I wanted to be there so bad.
I'm good.
The thing is, I tried to call my dad. We had like an hour and a half break for lunch, and they were like, you know, like if you have any like, if you contact your jobs, see if you get paid for like jury duty, kind of figure out if you're gonna be able to afford to do this, and then let us know. And I was like trying to call my dad, like, hey dad, like I really want to try to do this, but like I don't know if I'll like get set back too much on the like my expenses. But, like, I don't know. I have such a good dad. Like I don't I don't trip about shit like that, because he was like, oh, it'll be a good life experience. So I'm like, all right, that's permission to. But I think he's right. It is a good life experience to just sit through that, and it's an intense one. I'm not gonna give any more details, but it's an intense case.
Yeah, I think it's an inconvenience for everyone, but it is kind of part of your civic duty.
I was gonna say, when when I got it and I made the phone call and they're like, you have to report it this time, I felt a responsibility. You know what I mean? Like a weird like responsibility. Like, and especially in that courtroom, they're like, if you have any like hardships or like it's gonna be difficult. I was like, I mean, it'll probably make things difficult for me, but like I'll manage.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like a weird responsibility to like stay and do my part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
So-
you should. I think people that are jury duty sucks, but people that are dismissive about it, like, you're not taking responsibility for your country. Like, you're paying your taxes.
You can make a difference.
Yeah, not just that, but like you live here. That's part of your responsibility of living here. And
Yeah.
you know, we're all fucking rah-rah about freedom and, you know, I should be able to do whatever I want. It's like, well, yeah, but there are certain things you have to do so that you can do whatever you
do
want.
it in turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just have the fucking dessert all the time. Like,
Right.
you gotta fucking stop eating at some point. It sucks, but do it. So, I don't know. I think we're just getting old, but it's also integrity, you know.
Yeah.
Why? I guess people are selfish.
I don't know. Everybody always says bad things, and I get why people don't like it. It's boring. I didn't do anything. I sat there from 9:30
It's
to
not even
4:30.
good coffee. They should get you Starbucks coffee.
I didn't even get any coffee from
No?
them. But the thing is, like, I was just chilling. I wasn't thirsty. It was weird. Like, I was just chilling, just sitting there, like, just listening.
You'd make a good soldier.
I would
Take orders.
until they started yelling at me, and then I'd be like, dude, I don't. I dealt with that shit in football in high school. I'm not gonna deal with it as an adult. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Some of them are funny though. Some of them say dumb shit just to make you laugh, so they can smoke you.
yeah,
Like,
I don't want that, dude, because I would definitely be the person laughing.
like that Full Metal Jacket scene. I
Yeah.
only watch that.
It's so
That's-
good.
Yeah, they're like,
People
"This is
only watch the
movie."
first half of that
You
movie.
only have to. You get it.
You get
after
it.
that. Like, you understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh fuck, what was I gonna say?
Being responsible, jury duty, personal
Yeah.
integrity.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Being
You nailed it. Next piece of news. Half-Life has announced a new game, a VR game called Alyx, Alyx.
so is Half-Life announcing this, or is this Valve announcing it? Because, like, is it going to be a Half-Life? Is it in canon with Half-Life, or is Valve just making another game?
It is. Wait, what? I'm assuming it's canon. Why wouldn't it be?
But because, like, Valve makes other games?
But not Half-Life. If they're putting Half-Life in it,
So it's like Half-Life : Alyx?
it's Half-Life
Okay,
Alyx.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
You're so fucking.
I need to know. I'm just curious. You give me news. I want full context.
Oh, I
I'm-
just say?
I'm not even-
There's a new Half-Life game and not see the word
I'm not even
Half-Life in here.
half into this game because
So you're
every
like you're like
time-
at quarter life.
Yeah, I'm at a quarter life crisis if we're being real, actually.
Just trying to buy as many video games, but the problem is it's only going to be for PC, VR. It's a VR game. I bet you they do this, and I bet you they do Half-Life 3 in like a few years. Wait for the new gen systems to come out.
to settle and then do a Half-Life 3 with.
Yeah,
I could see that. I thought Half-Life 3 was going to come out last year, though.
I honestly didn't even play like much of Half-Life 2. I experienced it a little bit, but I didn't really play it.
The opening scene to Half-Life 2 is one of my favorites. Where
Yeah.
the combine or whatever, they're chasing you through the building. Because I played it with headphones in, and I wasn't ready for that level of intensity. Because I was, fucking 14?
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, Half-Life 2 is going to be great. And then, like, in surround sound in my headphones, they're coming down the stairs. And I'm like, oh, go, 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 go. And then later on, I play it, and I play it slow. And I'm like, oh, they can't get to you. It's just sounds. It's like, oh, you have to get past this. There's
Yeah.
almost no dying. So the intensity goes away.
Games are fun.
Too fun sometimes.
Yeah. They're hijacking us, you know?
Yeah. Do PC games still require 9 discs to install? Because if that's the case, I'm out.
Probably.
Fucking
I don't
out.
know. You'd think that they would do mostly like download.
Yeah, like you have the disc now. You can access the cloud to
Yeah,
download.
Modern Warfare took 16 hours for their. It was like 69 gigabytes. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I guess I'm doing this overnight.
I should have got it last month.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's fucking ridiculous.
There should be a way to like queue up or cache the thing that you're about to buy.
I was thinking that same fucking thing when I was going to buy this game. Like, if like 2 days ago I could like hit a button where I'm like, I'm gonna buy this game, and it just downloads the data. You can't play it. Just download the data.
Yeah.
Just it's my system. Let me fucking have the data. I can't do anything with it.
Yeah. That.
And then when I get the game, I just slip the disc in.
Yeah. And now confirm.
Boom.
Cool.
Done.
Yeah.
Ready to play. Yeah, that's how they should do it for sure.
Especially because we all know that that's a thing now.
And then, like, if you don't get the game, if you don't put the disc in like 5 days, it just deletes that data.
Yeah,
or some shit.
just cache it and then
Yeah.
overwrite it or something.
Yeah. The fuck is the problem? So
really, what's the problem? I don't know. There's probably someone that would know a workaround. Like, oh, now I have all the data on my system. But it's like I paid you fucking $500 for that system. Maybe you should figure out a better security system.
Word.
Like,
But like when you think about it, it's not like anybody's getting to the files. That's why like there are no mods for PS4. Like it's because you nobody alters it.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of, you saw the picture of the dev kit for the PS5.
Yes.
It's so funny. I fucking love reading people's comments. Like, oh my god, it's so ugly. I'm like, do you understand what's going on here? Like, this
They're
isn't
literally packaging future technology.
Yeah, it's like just they're just like just put it in a box.
Yeah.
So just
What do we have? This thing. Cool. We'll
it's
make
like
it work.
they could either do that or just send all the parts separately and they just scatter them on the table. Like, what do you want? All right?
Some salt are required.
It's literally only for like people to make games and shit for it, and to like make apps and all that stuff. Cause it's like it's not for like what do they call it? Not commercial, private use, or it's not for the.
It's not for consumer.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's not gonna be the product you buy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny because it's like 2 fucking boxes. Like, Jesus. Like,
It's a benchmark kit. Like Sony knows what the specs are going to be.
This is what we're gonna put in it.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out how we're gonna configure it.
Yeah, we haven't.
You need to get to
We
work.
don't have the engineering right now. We're working on it.
And
but
there-
there's 6 boxes.
I saw a video of like this photorealistic. I don't know if it was a part of a game or if it was just like a demo thing that they were doing. But man, the shit that they can do with games now, like once they have the world made, they can just go in and like click, change the time of day, move rocks around and shit. It's fucking amazing, dude. And it's so realistic while they're doing it. It's just I don't get it. I don't get it. You know? It's so far beyond.
We're on the cusp. We're definitely on the cusp of like fucking being able to just exist in a virtual world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not far. We have digital currencies already, but it's the immersion, and we're right there. We're fucking right there. I would say in less than 10 years, there's going to be an outlet for that. There's going to be people that primarily just live in the virtual world. They're at home, and they just live there.
I'll tell you what, dude. If it gets to the point where I can record my stand-up sets via hologram and then just like
project them out of an R2.
Yeah. and just like give it to comedy clubs and be like, sell tickets. And I'll be in fucking Wisconsin. You play them in fucking Washington.
Coachella did that, right?
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah. But I'm going to be alive. I'm going to have 2 weekends at the same time, bitch. I'm going to make so much money.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That was a
But people be so mad. I'm going to sell tickets for less for the hologram though.
That was a Black Mirror thing, right?
Or what if
With
it
Ashley too?
could just go live?
Ooh.
Hologram live.
Well, I don't want people to come pay or watch me do open mics.
It would be weird if you like started doing crowd work and the other crowd is like, what the fuck?
Where are you from? Germany. This is
Philly. Buffalo. Huh, interesting.
Yeah. No, I think that's what I enjoy about live comedy though. It's like it's something that you can't recreate. Even if you do the same exact set, like no show's going to be the same.
Yeah.
So it's still raw, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's one of the only things that's actually better live. I don't think music is better live.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather hear it on a clear sound system.
And not like bumping into one and have someone spill a drink on me.
Yeah, and not play it at like twice as fast as it's on the album. I don't know. That's what metal bands do. They just play shit as fast as they can. It's like, can you just slow down?
We got better.
Pretty much. It's like, dude, I just want to hear the song. I don't know.
Yeah, I was listening to a bunch of Nelly songs at the concert, and
Hey,
it's like they played them all a little different. And I was like, what's going on? Is this a licensing thing? Is he not allowed to play the same version of his own shit? You know, is it not his? I didn't know how it worked, but it was.
Maybe the label owns it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, they were all different enough where I was like, oh, this is odd.
That's weird.
I kind of just want Ride With Me, but you got Ride With Me and EI and fucking Grills all in the same mix, so. Whatever.
He don't remember the whole song. He was like, I just take my favorite parts and do those.
Yo, Nelly's been at it for a while. They went down like basically all of his bangers, and he was still on stage for like an hour.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, there was maybe one or two. I was like, I don't know this song. You know, this was track 7 on album 1. But
yeah.
I was like, dude, this is all of my middle school.
He's been in the game for so long. Yeah. It's still weird to me how hip hop became popular in Black culture. It's just
what
just like poetry and performing seems like it would be very frowned upon
in the Black community.
Yeah.
I
don't know why, but like rhyming, okay, like rhyming, but it's just like the performance part. I feel like people would be like, "Man, you stupid! Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you look dumb."
Yeah, I think it was a perfect blend of, because like jazz was already a thing, and blues and being sad and sharing your emotions and talking about the struggle was always a thing.
But I mean, that wasn't like the first part of hip hop. Trust me, I watched Hip Hop Evolution with Aaron, but it just was just like, we'll just take other people's music and we'll just say rhymes to it.
Yeah, but before that, I'm talking about like,
and it wasn't like gangster though. It wasn't like hard.
No, it was fucking break music, break beats and stuff, we're talking. But I'm going back, like the origin of hip hop is almost steeped in the New York blackouts, when those were happening, and the only thing left for them to do were to play their records and stuff on vinyl and on things. So like they didn't have the means to create music because it was too expensive, so they had to recreate with other people's things. So that's where sampling came from, and that's where all of that other stuff came from. That's where the struggle came from. So they were dancing to beats before they were rapping to them, and they're like, hey, we can still perform when we do this. And so that's where your hip hop came in. And so it's always been in the culture. I don't think it's don't rhyme and don't, like, it grew together is what I'm saying. Like, I just
find it weird. I just think it's weird. It's just odd to me.
Really? Black people are the best performers, though.
I agree.
They're the best stage presence.
I agree.
So why is it weird?
I don't know.
It's because you're white.
Maybe.
Because you're not a minority.
Maybe. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. From my experience, it just seems like when you do something out of the ordinary, Black people are much more likely to like jump on you and like.
I think that's just now.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's just now because like we didn't get I shouldn't say opportunity. We didn't have to experience the Black Power movement. We were not present for like the origin of Black empowerment of people marching hundreds of miles because they're Black and they're being mistreated. We didn't see any of that. Now what we see is middle school mentality of like, oh, you're trying, you're a fucking weirdo, you're nerd. Like, not doing something is cool now. There's just been a paradigm shift, I think, with our culture, because hip hop and I say this all the time with Aaron, hip hop and kung fu go great together because they're both stories of struggle and they're both stories that everyone can relate to, and that's why they're parallel to each other, especially in like Samurai Champloo and stuff, is because the culture has always been about picking yourself up by your bootstraps and the freedom of expression. So I don't think it's weird for Black people to perform or rhyme even. I think it's natural.
But poetry. If back then it wasn't like, I'm writing to like go rap down at the open mic, and they were just like, I'm writing poetry to go say at a poetry open mic, black people would be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? But you put it to music and all of a sudden it's fine.
Now they would. I think that is still a current thing, because I think everyone has a need to create something, and I think that's a universal.
But black people love spoken word.
Black people like talking. You know, everything's a performance. Fucking church,
True.
everything is exaggerated, has a negative connotation to it, but it is. Everything is dramatic in black culture.
I went to a wedding once in my girlfriend's family, and naturally there was a family member that needed to sing, and she sung.
And then there was a family member in the back going, she's not even good.
No, the opposite. It was like, oh my God, her voice is so beautiful. And I'm just sitting there like, you deaf? Like, no. Like, no, it's not. Like, it's not bad, but it's definitely not beautiful. She was flat. I heard it. Like, I'm not tone deaf. Like, don't fucking lie just because she's your family member. Like, she's not a good singer. But like, that's just part of their thing, is to be like, oh, she's great. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. That's just being fake.
Because well, yeah.
That's all. I mean, family member or not, like, there's a lot of people that we know that call a lot of other people hilarious, and that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, when I have a bad set and someone comes up to me and is like, "Hey man, good set," I just look at them and I'm like, "No,
what?
It wasn't."
Like, what?
No, were you? You weren't there. You
weren't
were
watching.
outside.
Yeah.
Good set. Fuck you. But I guess maybe that's me being rude. Maybe they're just trying to be polite. But at the same time, there's other things you can say.
But this goes back to that integrity of the comedy community thing. It's like, if you don't have a good set, you shouldn't be being told good set.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't. I don't know. It doesn't help anyone for me to lie to you that you had a good set. You know how you did.
I mean, I don't know if everybody knows.
They
know?
Should.
They should, but
I'm gonna drive an ice pick into my brain.
It's just hard to tell sometimes, because like sometimes at our open mics there's just no laughs anyway. Like, you can tell like the best joke and like maybe 2-3 people will laugh. So it's like, and then those people go up and they get some laughs, and they're like, well, I did the same as all those other people. But like, we know, because objectively, comedy. But I don't know.
Like, I don't know. It's.
I think that goes for most open mics. I think that's why it's hard. Like, when people say that they're starting comedy in LA, I think that's why people like are like, don't do that, because you can't gauge what's funny. If you don't already know what's funny, LA's a bad place for you to start comedy.
That's a good point.
Because there's no feedback.
Yeah.
You have only comics. That's not good feedback. So it's not, that's why it's a bad place to get into comedy. Like, once you've gotten into it and you're established, like, it's great because you can get better spots and there'll be better shows. But if you're just doing open mics, there's no good feedback on your material.
Yeah, you can. And without feedback, it's hard to fix it. You can definitely get away with bad habits in LA.
Yeah.
Like taking your notes on stage at a big comedy club. And
that wasn't even LA. That's Pasadena.
Yeah.
Does that count?
That's an LA comic thing.
Yeah.
For sure. And bad open mic habits. The thing about open mics, and I think about comedy, is that it's with experience. You understand what you're doing more, and so even without the feedback even at art rooms, without that it's like, at this point I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool when people laugh, but it's like I know where the rhythm's supposed to be. I know where I'm gonna get choppy. I know where I need to fix.
Right.
But I guess that just comes with experience. Is if like. You know, it's like jujitsu. I know what I need to fix, where I want to be.
You know how it's supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know.
Yeah. That's the goal anyway.
Because I want to try and be confident and say that I know, but I at this point you kind of just have to trust yourself, right? Like I'm 7 years now, so it's like if I don't know it by now, I'll probably pick something else, right?
Yeah. I've been recently trying to like write new stuff, because like I'll sometimes be like take old bits and like add shit to it, or like, oh, I thought of something to like kind of go into this one, but like now I'm like trying to like from scratch, right? Like a new like 5 or like a couple bits, whatever. And it's just so arduous and fucking just
It's like starting all over again.
it's so not fun. And like so every once in a while I just go back to my old material and just so I can have something I have something complete.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Ish.
like you have to remember that. Oh yeah, I do know how to do this. It's like a
Yeah.
little reminder. Like
Yeah.
oh yeah. All right, this one.
Especially when it's a good crowd, it's like, oh, I just want to kill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like when we have good crowds at the Hideaway, it's really hard for me to do new material there on Tuesdays.
You do have to treat it like a show and slip something new in there.
Yeah,
Right? That's
yeah, a
the
little
way to
bit.
go.
Yeah,
But that's also experience. You want to kill, and everyone wants to kill. But I think you've been at it long enough. You've seen enough comedy to understand that when there's that kind of crowd, it's not just an open mic anymore. It's not just someplace to work out. Now you're
it's
on
about
the clock.
entertaining.
Yeah, you're on the
Yeah.
clock. Do what you came to do.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
when people like can't change gears or like clearly that bit is not working, stop doing it. You've been doing it for 2 minutes, kind of thing. Like
Mhm.
that bothers me when there is a good crowd. It's like this isn't. I understand you came for the open mic, but read the room, dude. This isn't
Yeah.
what it is anymore.
Right,
It's so
right.
much more than that. And
Yep.
I don't know. That's like a luck is where preparation meets opportunity. That's your opportunity now. Go shine. You worked it out already. Do your thing.
Yeah, yep.
But whatever.
Whatever.
Maybe
you know,
that's my old dude opinion.
what are you gonna do?
I want everyone to be better and funnier so that it's a fun show and I don't have to think about blowing my brains out, 8 minutes at a time.
I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing we can really do.
We are doing it, I think, just by running the mics.
Give them time.
Yeah. You can't, it's like trying to grow a plant. There's no shortcut.
Right.
Sometimes the plants grow fast.
Yeah, unless you have a succulent, they just grow. You don't even need.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Those
neat.
are cool. I saw an old lady like straight steal succulents out of like a mall parking lot and stick them in her purse. Like she
Nice.
ripped them out, root and all, and just put it in her purse. And I was like, what a fucking weird lady.
What a savage. She probably had that premeditated. She probably had a plastic bag in there, so she just put them in and then she tied them up.
It was on her way out from somewhere, so she
So
definitely
smart.
saw it on the way in.
Yeah, so
And I was like,
smart.
oh, I'm taking that when I go home.
Had a girl.
This lady's, I'm talking like 68-year-old lady.
And then for sure she got confronted. Like, oh, you're not giving those away for the holidays.
This one's for Jesus.
I can't wait to be old, dude, and just be confused about stuff.
I hope I don't make it that far.
I genuinely hope that also. I don't want to like start losing it and like just some old people just get confused about like which way to walk, and it's like, dude,
How?
did you forget?
How do you operate?
Did you forget? Like,
got to reboot your system once in a while.
yeah, I don't. I'm pretty.
And those
scared.
people are allowed to drive.
That is crazy. I've seen some really like dangerous situations with old people where it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you need to choose a lane.
How?
Literally choose a lane, dude, because you're in the middle.
You should have to retest at the very least. Retake your written test every like 30 years or something. Like something every 15.
But between 60 and 90, though, like every 3 months.
Yeah, or
Because like you go fast.
Once they're like, hey, you can. You're 65. You're a senior citizen. Your registration is less. However, you have to come in for your driver's test
Yeah.
every 5 years.
Or make it like
That should be every
like-
5 years. Driver's test, no registration. That's what should happen.
with a permit. You need like permit rules where like they can't drive after 9 p.m. and not with more than one person in the car. Maybe they should put lights on the top of their car.
There should be an old person lane that's just
Yeah.
got fucking old tires on the side. So it's like a lane with bumpers
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Fuck, old people freak me out. Like
Yeah.
new drivers, like they're a little more predictable because you're like, oh, you just got that car. You're trying to zippity doo-dah day through the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
freeway.
yeah.
But old people, I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah, like,
What are you doing?
Where do you honestly have to be? Dude, when I get that old, like, I hope I set myself up to where, like, I don't have to leave the house anymore.
Yeah, or someone drives me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just someone does your errands. That's why you have kids.
And DoorDash. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
these old people don't need to be driving.
Yeah, right?
I've seen old people dashing, though.
No.
Yeah.
That's the saddest shit. Is like when you go to like Walmart and you see these old ass people working. It's like, dude, like you don't have like Social Security. Like, I don't get like.
No, maybe they do. I think for some of them, I don't know how many, but I think for at least some of them, it's literally just a thing to do. Like they're like, I need to get out of the house.
Get a
and see
hobby
people.
though, dude.
Yeah, but they're from an age where it wasn't necessarily encouraged to have a hobby, to pursue your passion. You know, if you're 60, 70, 80,
You don't have a
now,
passion.
Yeah, you didn't have that.
It's work. My passion
you
is
didn't have the
work.
time. I go to work every day. I never missed a day of my life. Like
9 to 5, you know.
yeah.
Fuck those people.
So,
I
but they
fucking hate
have
that shit.
Social Security, but they don't have the passion. Like there's an emptiness you can see in those kinds of old.
My dad's been painting ceramic garden gnomes. My dad finds shit to do.
I genuinely do not care what anyone does as long as they love it. Like if you like making yarn out of fiber, but I see that you fucking love it,
Oh, that makes me mad.
I'm fine with it. I'm
Dude,
fine with it.
It shit makes me mad. When I see people that are like really into something that I really don't understand, I'm like, I hate you so much. Like I just don't.
Like what?
Like grown men being into fucking My Little Pony. And they're like super passionate about it, and they dress up like, you know what I'm saying? Like they wear like the tank tops. Bronies, is that what they call them? Yeah, those people can all go fuck themselves. Like they either have a developmental disability or they're a pedophile.
I mean, that's their demographic.
So,
But you talk to those people, and it's not love. Like, have you ever talked to a brony?
no, what? No,
It's-
I didn't even know it was a thing until like 2 weeks ago when I drew it at the riff off.
Oh, I wrote that. I wasn't even there, and I wrote that. The majority of bronies that I've interacted with are definitely one of those two things. Like they're developmentally challenged or they're pedophiles. So it's not. I've never met a brony that legitimately loves it.
Okay, furries.
And that's what furries. Dude, that furries were in The Shining. Did you know that?
No, I mean,
There's,
no.
I thought furries were like a relatively new thing, you know, like the internet, and now they can find each other. But like furry, there is a scene with furries in The Shining, and
Like at the hotel?
yeah, when
like-
he opens one of the doors, and there's two people in stuffed animal outfits fucking like. It's so I was like, what the fuck? I
Is it like
didn't
in
realize it was
that
that
same
old.
sequence where he goes into the one with the bathroom with the lady?
No, it's pretty early on. I think it's with the kid actually, which makes it odd.
Which makes sense. That
Yeah.
kid's going to grow up to be a brony. Red
But-
rum.
If I meet a brony that legitimately loves it, I maintain that I have no problem with it. But I've never met a brony that doesn't seem to have some kind of darkness that's attached to it.
Or even like people that are like super into anime. Like I get like, oh, I enjoy watching anime shows, but like to like dress that way, you know what I mean? It's just like
Stop attacking me, dude.
Dude.
Just because I dress like a Pokemon trainer, you're fucking rude.
no. You fucking know what I mean. You know what I mean. Those are like K-pop people, but it's like we're in America. I don't know.
But
I'm old. What do you want from me?
that's old white dude in you.
It
That's
is.
all, because,
It is.
because that K-pop thing fucking smashes in like Tokyo.
I'll tell you
and
what.
Shibuya and all those places.
There's a show on Netflix called Explained, and it's a really great show. Every episode is like a separate topic. They talk about something different, and one of them was K-pop, and I definitely had more of a respect for it after I watched that. They're just like boy bands, and they're
There's
just
a-
doing their thing, you know?
There's a lot of people in K-pop that are being taken advantage of, just like boy bands.
Yeah, exactly.
like-
They're gonna
really-
figure it out just like we did.
It's
So,
really it kind of I don't know how to say it other than like kind of levels the playing field of like it puts K-pop and everything else into perspective of like, oh, those are just people too.
But when I see people like at like their not even at their shows, I get it. Like you go to the show, you have a good time, you're screaming and yelling, but like if you're like there when they get off the plane and you have a sign in your front row and you're screaming at the top of your lungs, like hate you. You know? I fucking hate that shit. Like, control yourself. You know what I mean?
You don't like happiness?
No, it's not that. It's like, be happy, but it's like, you don't need to scream. Like, whenever I see those videos of, like, the Beatles and all those girls are just like, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that drives me crazy.
Oh, you're so evil. Dude, like, all right, in context, that had never happened before. As the Beatles. Like, no, there was no
Elvis.
Beatles. There was a boy band, though. There wasn't a group of adolescent males that made every girl wet. Like, that was
I know, but
that was the first time. That was an appropriate reaction.
I guess.
But when Lil Yachty comes
nowadays,
out and there's people yelling for that shit.
Like, how can you be that passionate about somebody else? I don't know. Like, there's literally no one that I would act that way around.
Hey, man, fuck you, too.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, is there anyone that if you saw him, you would be like, oh, my God, it's you. Holy shit. Okay. I mean, like, you would never, you know what I mean?
Alba.
Because, no, because you would be like, I want to try to fuck her. I need to be smooth. So, like, and you would have that wherewithal, you know, to be like, okay, like, stay calm. Like, you might act stupid still because you're nervous, but you wouldn't be, like, hyperventilating and shit.
Passing out.
Yeah.
Like a Michael Jackson concert.
Yeah, fuck you. You're like, you just want attention. That's all that is. Dumb sluts. That's what it is.
I think part of it is attention seeking, but the other part of it is that, like, people have this, like, this passion need. There's a passion shaped hole in their heart that they have to fill. Fortunately, you found something that you can do on your own time at your own pace. Like, you have a passion that fills that, but other people are empty souls and don't have that. So when they find something, they choose to be passionate about that. And that's what the dedication you show comedy is, the same dedication those people show other people. And it's soul sucking, but they don't realize that yet. Or will ever. I don't know.
I guess, but like, if somebody told me, if they were like, stand-up comedy's over, everybody's done, like, the Beatles broke up kind of thing, I wouldn't cry over it. You know, I wouldn't break down in tears because I couldn't do comedy anymore.
Because you're smart, though.
That's my point.
You hate dumb people.
I hate dumb people.
We got to rename this podcast to Fuck Dummies.
Yeah, fuck dummies. Dude, they just made me so mad.
Gameboiz says, hashtag fuck dummies.
I just don't understand how you can have that line of thinking. Like, in today's era, how can you not think better? I don't know how
it's
to
so
put
dumb I can't make a sentence.
It's just like,
That should be Nike's new slogan for 2020. Nike, do better.
Do better. Like, no, don't just do it. Fucking do better. That's what we need now. Because when you tell somebody to do this, they do it, but they don't do it well. You know. Anyway.
Yeah. Nike, do better. They're going to come out with their brand new 2020 AJ1s and SJWs.
Oh, my God. That would be great.
It's going to be rainbow colored with sprinkles on it. Bronies are going to fucking love it.
Yeah. They're like, this is going to give me all the babes.
Yeah. We're opposite. I just see that those people, that's your passion. That sucks that someone else is your passion because they're pursuing their real passion. But
yeah, it's like, don't you get inspired by that? Instead of like just like letting them take all the glory, get some for yourself.
Yeah. We're different people, though, you know. Like, that's why we're doing what we're doing.
That's true.
Because we're like, oh, I can have that.
So we're not fucking followers. We're not sheep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Idiots.
It's because we secretly think we're smarter and better than everyone.
Like
we know we're not.
All these fucking 10-year challenge bullshit. Fuck, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. And then in like 6 months, people are gonna be like, "Oh, the government is trying to distract us and trying to get our faces for AI." And it's like, you're giving it to them. It's right there. You're distracting yourself, putting out all this information about you. Of course, they're gonna know everything. It's public.
Yeah, I want them to know everything.
And I fucking hate it when people talk about that, man. It makes me so mad.
The government, bro.
It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, even if you didn't have Facebook, even if they weren't watching your Facebook, they would have information on you. It doesn't matter. Get over it. Get used to it. It's the future. It's going to happen. They know everything about you, whether you want them to or not.
Said William Henderson doing his civic duty at jury duty. You're really a man of the government. I think.
Goddamn
I
right.
think you're a brainwashed shill.
I'm a shill.
You're definitely a shill.
It's the mustache.
I did the 10-year thing
Yeah,
because it
you
was
look good.
It was from thanks. No, it's from 20 to 30, and in my opinion, that's a big jump.
That's fair.
From 20 to 30, and I was like, oh wow, fucking, I have to. So
I don't think I have pictures of me from 10 years ago.
I was sad that I did. I was like, ew, dude. And then I was like, you don't really look that different. You're still fat. But that's why I did it. I don't. I've seen a lot of ones that are like, these are my 10-year challenge. Like, that's 5 years apart. I don't know if you know how 10 years works.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't find one of me 10 years ago, but here's one of me 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's just
what are
weird.
you doing?
It's just weird.
But that's their passion. Social media is their passion.
If social media is your passion, you can go die. That's so sad.
Do you think you can be passionate about real estate?
Maybe expensive real estate, not like fucking industrial warehouses. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this, dude.
I was thinking about that the other day.
But like mansions and like beach property, yeah, I could probably get into that.
Right. Selling dope ass hotels. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you'd have to get into the deep. Like, I feel like if you wanted to sell an expensive house, you have to have knowledge about marble and granite and like materials and dates and history, and be like, well, in 1927, this style of Victorian manor was really popular because most of these types of manors also seconded as first aid houses and stuff.
But I would assume that's just you recalling information, not necessarily a passion.
I guess I was gonna say that maybe they're just doing their job and they like learning. That's their passion. But to get to that level, I feel like you do have to be passionate about real estate.
That's how I felt about like the attorneys in my case. I'm like, oh, like you actually care. It's weird. Never had a job I actually really care about.
Comedy?
It's not a job yet, technically.
It's work for you.
I guess.
It's not a paying job. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's still a job. Actually, you are a working comic. Your salary's just really low.
Really low.
Really low.
Yeah.
You're making pennies an hour, if that. But the investment you're making is intrinsically more valuable, and later in the day, it's going to pay off. So
I think I'm making more than pennies an hour, though. I think that was very disrespectful.
let's do the math, all right? How many hours are in a year? No, I bet you're making pennies in an hour.
But how many hours am I working with stand-up?
With comedy?
5 minutes at a time?
Okay, no, if your job is stand-up, that's different. But with comedy, your entire life is your job. But if you're just doing stand-up, fine.
That's the work, though. That's the part that's like, okay, I have to go do this. That and writing.
Writing,
like writing.
I don't think.
Not coming up with material, because I just do that.
Okay, weird flex, bro.
Well, it's just like,
like I'm just naturally fucking funny.
Because Aaron and I discovered this. Like, we come up with material so differently, because he has like a thing that he's like, okay, I'm gonna figure out like what I can talk about in here and make it funny. Whereas I'm like, I see something and I go, that was funny. Now I'm gonna put it into a bit. You know, like I'm not really that even good at like having something and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write about this topic. Like that's not how I work. I have something I see and I start with that and then I expand. You know? I don't know.
Yeah. You guys represent both ends of the spectrum, I think.
Yeah.
Because the creative process happens in between of those two.
Yeah. And I'm trying to do more of that, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
He
good.
likes to talk about like serious shit, and I just like to talk about goofy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
Well, I mean, you talk about real stuff. It's just in a goofy way.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about what I think I would say overall stereotypes, and just on that on its own, it's a deep pool of things that you have to delve in. So you know, you're dealing with racism and sexism, fucking elitism. Like you are also talking about things just in a different way. So you guys are just swimming on different sides of the lake. And, it's fine. That's why, I don't know, you guys stand out amongst the crowd. It's extremes that you guys both work on, but it's working and you're good at it. So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's
Well,
cool to
thank you.
watch. Yeah. No, it's cool to watch. We see so many first timers and then so many people who it's their fifth time and still acting like first timers, and it's just such a breath of fresh air to find someone that's like Aaron, that's way different than me,
Yeah.
but clearly working his craft from his end and successful at it. So
Yeah.
it's just fun to watch, and he's passionate about it, and I enjoy it. I don't agree with his methods, and I think that's why you're better. But hey, if they work for him,
Yeah.
whatever. Everyone's got their own martial art of comedy. What
Yeah.
would be your style? What would you call your style?
As far as martial arts, I don't know.
What would
Probably
you name it?
boxing.
You'd be about your
I don't fucking know,
hands
dude.
in your face kind of talking about it. I guess that fits. Yeah, boxing. You're very American too.
It's just like,
Boxing
bam,
is such a Western
here
thing.
it is. Yeah.
That's cool.
I would say kickboxing, but
Kickboxing?
not that. I'm really not that flamboyant, you know?
Kickboxing is I think you could be a good kickboxer if we're sticking with your comedy. Like if you could figure out how to kick really well too, you'd just be like the baddest man on the
All
planet.
right, what part of comedy would be kicking?
Probably being like doing more of what Aaron's doing
Yeah.
on that end of like picking something and kind of intentionally not being goofy with it, but managing to
But I
still
feel like
be
I don't-
goofy with it.
With most of my sets, I don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's where Aaron kind of has like a bit of a, I don't want to say a pitfall, but like he struggles with like, there's just longer periods of time without jokes. And when you're doing 5 minutes, you can't really do that, or
Yeah.
you lose the crowd. If you have an hour, okay, you can hold on to them for a little longer. But if you're like, I don't know, especially early on, it's just about going out and getting laughs, you know? Like people aren't there to hear your opinion. They're there to laugh.
Yeah.
So
Once you make them laugh, you've earned the ability to now tell them your opinion.
yeah.
I completely agree.
So sometimes it's just a little slow. And that's what bothers me about that. Is that like when you talk about something serious, it's then now it's like down here and you have to bring it up here. And if you don't hit like the punch as well, it's going to be weird and awkward, I think.
Yeah. It can be.
So-
Definitely.
Whereas like if my just jokes don't hit, I'm like, all right, on to the next one. Like
Mhm.
you forgot about that. Like we're on a different topic now. Whereas like if your first joke of a topic bombs and you have 3 or 4 more, have fun.
Yeah.
Like people are over that topic after the first one bombed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of take the ability to like adjust gears, to change gears if you're sticking to something, if 4 long things as opposed to 17 short ones.
Yeah.
So,
You're more like, I mean, things are more likely to hit
yeah.
because I mean, you're just, it's like,
See, but the
it's
other
like
si-
taking shots. Like you're more likely to hit 3 of 6 than you are 1 of 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
But I think on the other side of that coin, Aaron's ambitious and he wants to knock it out of the park kind of almost every time, and he's going to find a room at some point that he's going to do those jokes in that order and it's going to hit hard, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think he's
Yeah,
got
it's white people. We've discussed this. It's old white people and fucking psychopaths.
Yeah. And so he just needs to find those. He's like a home run hitter, and I think you and I shoot layups.
Okay, you used 2 different, like 3 different sports.
Kind of on purpose, yeah.
You
I saw you glitch
said-
for a second.
You said home run hitter, and then you said shoot layups. Okay, first of all, you don't shoot layups.
No,
I
yeah, we
feel-
shoot layups.
No. You do a layup. It's not a shot. It's a layup,
What's the shot?
like a pull up shot. Like you're.
Does the ball not really? You're not touching. You're not.
I mean,
it's releasing.
okay,
It's a shot.
okay.
With the feet per second.
Statistically, it's a shot, but it's
Okay,
not
so
it's not a shot.
on paper,
On paper, it's
wrong.
a shot. No, on paper you're right, but you can go fuck yourself with that shit. So
I've been doing my research on all the sports.
in the spirit of the game, you fucking You can't switch sports in the middle of an analogy, dude. God damn it. Are we done here? I gotta piss and shit. So
At the same time?
yeah.
Do you sit down when you pee?
No.
Me either.
I feel like I should sometimes though, because sometimes you like, when you like sit down and shit and you're like on your phone, you're like, that was enjoyable. Like, why don't we do that when we pee?
I liked reading those bathroom reader books. Did you ever see those? That's like the thick ones and borders is like.
That's weird.
Yeah, but there was always like random facts on it. So anytime someone's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Well, I read it in a bathroom book."
Huh.
While I was getting hemorrhoids when I was 12.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys soon. Have a good